In this part we continue the work. We have done braids for the top petal. Now I am working with this part. I change color of yarn. Now I am using black color. With the needle go through the stitches. Let's make the simple braid. I pin. Now with the needle go through the D stitch that I pinned before. I wrap the thread, pull a little bit, I did 3 times. With the needle go through the stitches of the cord. I remove the spin and pin the next fill and stitch that is in lower row. With the needle go through the stitches. Now I wrap the main thread 2 or 3 times. Like this. You can make the next one longer. Then you should continue working with the opposite side. As you can see, I have done 3 braids on the opposite side. I didn't cut off this yarn. I leave it. Then you should continue working in this way with next motifs and elements. As you can see, I used different colors of braids, yarns, cords. Also I used mesh to join all elements together, make braids between motifs. As you can see, I have already made some braids. Now I show you how to make braid at this part. I make some strings. I pin. I put the pin on the pattern. With the needle go through the stitches of the cord. Make the base for the braid. With the needle go through the stitches of the cord. Like this. Let's make the next base for the braid. With the needle go through the stitches of the cord on the opposite side. With the needle go through the loop on the opposite side. With the needle go through the stitch on the opposite side. The bases are ready. Then you should wrap each thread 2 or 3 times. Begin from this thread. I did 2 times. With the needle, go through the same loop. Wrap this thread 2 or 3 times. With the needle, go through the same loop. So continue working in this way till the end of the threads. I have done all brides. I went through the stitches along the cord till this point. Now I need to join all brides together. With the needle, go under the bride. With the needle, go under the bride. With the needle, go through the bride. Now I pin this part of the work like this. With the needle, go through the stitches of the cord. Now I go back and wrap it. Pull a little bit, and so on, like this. Here what we have. In this case I did 2 or 3 times. In this case I did as many times as I needed. Now let's begin the upper part of the collar. I put cord on the both sides. In this case I used gray color of yarn. Sew places of contiguity. As you can see, I have already filled up my space, but I need still to continue. Now I show you how to make such brides. With the needle, go through this bride, and with the needle, go through the stitch. Now I wrap these threads. Work from the bottom to the top. Continue working in this way till the end of the threads. With the needle, go through the stitches. I have done this bride. Work with the next bride. With the needle, go through the stitches of the cord. With the needle, go under the bride. Pin the cord. With the needle, go through the stitches of the cord. With the needle, go through the bride on the left side. With the needle, go through the bride on the opposite side. With the needle, go through the bride that is closer to the first one. Now go back and wrap these threads. Now I continue working with base for the brides. Then I'm working with wraps. The bases are ready, and wrap all threads. Pull a little bit. Pull a little bit, and so on. Work with each base. I have done all brides. Now I show you how to join the upper part on the and bottom part of the collar. Firstly, you should sew all places of continuity here. And now I show you how to make the bride between two parts. As you can see, I mark where I'm going to make the brides. The destination between two brides is 2 centimeters. Make the base for the bride. With the needle, go through the same loop. With the needle, go through the same loop on the opposite side. The base is ready, and wrap the threads. And pull a little bit. Work from the bottom to the top. Then you should go through the stitches of the cord till the point where you will begin the second bride, and work with the second bride. I have done 3 brides. As you can see, I have already joined 2 parts together in this way. The collar is ready. Let's take a look at the back side. Today we have learned how to make beautiful, colorful collar made in Romanian point lace technique. This is the first variation how to wear it, and this is the second variation and the third one. Don't miss our new video tutorials on our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.